There we go. Yeah, here we are, guys, making it happen once again. Welcome to Let's Talk About It. Today's episode, we're going to go ahead and ride around in a balloon if nobody shows up, right? Oh, looks like I'm moving here. That's not good. I didn't know I was be moving. No? Can you tell where I'm at? Really, right? We are on Breathe Resort, though. Name here is George Miller, and we're here to talk about it. If people show up, I'll actually jump out of this so there's not any extra noise in the background. And we'll get to know a little bit about a story, right? I'm always looking for stories. Got a good story for me? Life story? Just got back from vacation or something? There's always stories out there. And even when we're in a discussion, all of a sudden you're thinking, hey, I got a story to tell. You're already in here kind of talking. And that's what we do. We talk about stories. I maybe help you arrange your story if you're having a hard time with it. Or there might be other people that are in here that ask questions about your story. Hey, have you seen this in that particular area? Or I remember when I went to Europe, and I myself have not been out of the United States. Well, I've been up in Canada a little bit, up in the Northwest, right? But anyway, name here's George Miller, and how we get into our place here is go to GMinteractive.com if you're not already there. And right on that front page, there's a blue button right underneath the player. Push that blue button, you'll come on into our Breathe Studio, and we'll get you going. Making it happen for you. Even if you're going to come in as an avatar, we'd like to have you come in with your audio so we don't have to listen to the audio in several places. So whether you're going to visit at all live, I'd like to have you come in through the studio. And if you don't want to visit and just want to watch, do what you're doing now. Pay attention to the time. Every day at 10 o'clock, it's 5 minutes after, somewhere around there, right? And 10 o'clock every day. And now tomorrow, I'm going to make an announcement right now. Tomorrow, there will not be a Let's Talk About It. And I'm putting at the beginning of this video because it will stay on for 2 days on the website, right? GM Interactive, right on that front page. And it's on a playlist, so you can jump down and see the next one and the next one and so on. But tomorrow I got a dentist appointment, and it's pretty much overlaps where I'm at. So I'll be moving in the streets out there, getting to my appointment when the show should be going on. So tomorrow we're just going to skip Let's Talk About It. Perhaps as soon as I get home from the dentist, and the dentist is about 45 minutes, something like that. Maybe noon I'll get back and come into World, but it won't be live. You might be able to catch me just about noon on the website, right? Because when I do get in World, I'm inside that studio, so you can always get a hold of me. And we'll see how that goes, unless life changes, right? And it does that a lot. But here's our little thing. GMinteractive.com, and that blue button becomes familiar to you every time you come to the show. So people know, oh, he's going to talk about that for a little bit anyway. Let's see if I can point where I'm looking. Where am I at here, folks? You know where that's at? See Christmas glow, snow globe, we call it. And if I was to zoom in with my eyes here, the balloons won't get in the way, but it looks like this first island here would be hard to land on because there's so much on there right now. So we don't need to land, but we could land on there if we wanted to. It's a little hideout too, right? The only way up there is to TP in. I don't think I have a hot link to that, or do I? I do if it's a ground hot link right here. What is it called? It's a lighthouse. Okay, so that's the lighthouse on here. I'll make sure that it's live. Reset it because I didn't see that on there. Now this give you an idea why when you're flying around and something doesn't work for you properly, you just have to realize, like I did here, I stopped and in a stopped mode, I was looking around with my own eyes out there looking at the island to see this, that, and the other thing. And let me back a ways to give you an idea. When you are moving with a balloon and I look to my right, if I stay looking, it takes time. It will adjust your eyesight to look forward, right? But adjusts it slow. It doesn't kind of do, the immediate thing. But that's what it's doing when it gets, just like if I was to go up right now, it adjusts slow. So therefore it looks like I'm going down sometimes when you're trying to line things up. See, I stopped everything. Kind of looks like it's going down. Your eyes on your avatar is in a following mode. And therefore, look at what we have. This is our Blues Resort. Looking around, since we're real close here, let's go down. Top of this island right here is Greedy. This mountain, Greedy. Or you can do a little meditation. See, now here's where my eyes, if I go down here, I'll stop then. If I go down here, is Greedy. And I go here for meditation. Okay. Kind of making that work. All right. So there you go. And to get back to my eyes, I would just hit escape. I was in a stop mode, so hopefully everything will work out all right. Yeah, see? Now this balloon's got two different speeds, and yes, it'll go across the border, and yes, this is the very southwest corner, so that over this direction is the south highway, okay? And over here would be the west highway, and they go off of our property. but so does this balloon, so you'll be okay. Kind of let it register, when you get across. But we'll go up the side here. Floating island, right? We talked about that when I was on the boat, but there you go. A whole new perspective of things, isn't it? You can go up. Okay. Looking around. Will follow your eyes, right? That's Harmony Island. Big Blue with in the basement of Big Blue is your Big Blue bargain basement for our store. And the other one's is Angel Wings here on top. See up in the air. We can land, of course, up there. There's enough room to land. If you're trying to fill out how things are going. Now remember, I'm looking for people to come in here, so go ahead and use that hot link at the bottom. GMinteractive.com. Blue button to come on in the show. This is just a video chat. And in my seat of that chat, I'm in avatar form, but you're actually coming into a video chat. And it's okay if you come in without a video if you want. Just come in with your voice. We have a chat room that's in there. If you wanted to type, come in and type. And I'll see all that kind of when it happens. But use that button. GMinteractive.com website. The blue button has you come in. Okay, we're over the top of Christmas area right here, right? We flew right by Harmony. But it gives you, look at them up in the air, and it's flashing a little bit because you normally aren't at this speed, this level for the speed and so forth, catching up to your video. I lowered it down a speed to help out. I could get that faster, and then that won't do that. I'll have to remember that when I'm flying up in the air, But that'll give you a little bit more, a different perspective of how we have everything set up water-wise. If you're flying around this border, let's go up here. Back on the way, just a quarter after here now already. 15 minutes flew by so fast. That's my eyes trying to adjust. Now, if I went off that border right there, that would be going into someone else's land. But if I got close enough before going off, you're going to see a mountain, because the mountain doesn't res and stay resed off land, only when you're close. Maybe I got to go down some. There, just a tad. See, I was a little bit farther away when I'm up in the air. And that pole that you see by the highway down there, well, see when I drive forward, see when you get caught, you just drive forward so you can see that in front of you. Anyway, that pole down by the highway there, that's one sim from that pole to the corner of the building there where the lighthouse is at. That's one sim. And that means that there's a border right there, right going all the way into the sunset. So if I was to zigzag myself down that waterway, I'm going to be going across the borders left and right, left and right. So be aware of that. It's just filling in because I'm close enough now. I'm pretty close to the border. You can back up, but it makes it hard on your eyes to get yourself lined up again. So everything works pretty slow. You notice this island I have off that. This is ours. Going to the north now from this down here, lighthouse, to this one over here. Let me go like this. That one that's in front of me. Okay, that's a border out there too. But this is all of ours here, so you're not crossing a border. Look at this. Someone brought a balloon down here to this area. We have another dance floor that's over here. In fact, I got a red dance ball, looks like, on that one, right? Yeah. Okay. Our trees now, we're not going to run into them. I don't like to run into things, right? But that's our other castle. I actually went through this yesterday or day before. You know, my days are going to start getting mixed up here because we're running into this show is actually the 12th show. 12th show and counting. Tomorrow we're not going to have. So our 13th show would skip over Thursday. It will go into Friday. There'll be no Thursday this week. But you can tell because I'll have that all labeled out for you. Okay, another lighthouse. Those blue, let's go down here. Those blue areas, let's go through this, okay. And over right here. There's a little restaurant for now, but it will turn into a casino. Okay, where you can come in and gamble a little bit. If you don't have any money, ask me and I'll give you some money so you can gamble. Playtime, right? Hopefully you're not going to come in here and just, if you're doing it for money, money, money all the time, it's just not going to be very good. But it's okay too. But you can make some money a little bit. Okay. I think we'll have that hooked up on Wolf's coins, WT coins, right? Over Mermaid Island. This is Mermaid underneath the water here is all mermaid stuff. Yeah, I can fly the balloon in there, but it gets tougher because it's not really made for underwater. Now you could fly this yourself like this when you're closer, right? But it does make noise. That's why I was staying away from it. See how it's trying to follow my eyes? Does it pretty good. It's controlled. But that's where some people have a hard time. They turn hard left and hard right, and you know, gets confused. All of our servers on Wolf Territories grid here, all of our servers are in Germany. Well, I'm in Seattle. So my computer in Seattle is going through the internet. Oop, you got to get out of the island there. Look at that. I'm going straight up, but I am going up. My eyes aren't adjusted. If I go forward, I'm up in the air here now. See, I went up. I didn't want to hit my bridge. Okay, so they're over in Germany, and there are several of them. And they keep track of who has who and how come, because there's something that's following each person. has to have data for me to fly around like this. I need that data to change my eyes and where I'm located. Okay. You could stop just by not pushing forward on your, and you go over the top of your body, right? Over the top. So now I'm in different mode. I can look around. Now I made this thing. Now, if I back up, it's going to look like that until I what? Just go forward. Don't let it freak you out. Just go forward. Keep moving when you want to. For the eyes, is most important. In fact, here's our other castle now, right? We went over the other one. 20 minutes after, 22 minutes after 10, looking for people. I'm looking for stories. Anybody have a story? Along with introducing you and meeting new friends. I'm still kind of relying after getting all my doctor's appointments done before I advertise coming in. So this is kind of a pre-show, although the show is on every day. I didn't want to get in a position where I got a whole bunch of people coming in all the time and not being here. So that's my thing there, right? How low can you go? Well, you can go all the way down to the ground. Here, let's try something. I haven't done this in a while. I think it fits. Let's go underneath this tunnel. We'll go down to here. Remember, this is our east gate. If you're going to come flying in, you're going to actually come on my hard right out on the water there. Can we slow down? Yeah, just don't go forward. Just slow down like this. Gonna get my eyes going. Is that going to be low enough? Might be. See how you have to kind of use your own smarts on how you want to kind of get going. And man, I didn't realize there's that much room. In fact, there's the train. And the train on this corner is going to go through that wash, car wash. It's train wash, right? Just turn to go in through it now. See if I can get over here. I'll wait for it to come out. Going through the wash. It just keeps going around and around and around and around. You'll get used to that. It seems slow when you're actually watching it from a distance and so forth. But it's actually set good speed. See how my eyes will eventually get behind me, and I got a tree coming up, so I can actually go around that tree. So I guess what this is teaching you is do everything slow with this, because you have not only controlling the balloon with your arrows like you're walking, and your eyes will follow that. See how it moves my eyes behind it just because I want to go around. And that tree is phantom, so I'm not really going to hit it anyway. The mountains are not. I can get over here, go out the east gate without, we'll go over the top. See, my eyes are trying to follow, get behind me. And I'm slowing down so I can see the train come by. But anyway, so we talk about stories and what we like to do in life. Maybe some challenges at times. We try to stay positive in everything we do, so keep that in mind. But there are some times where you need a little help. Need help from people, your friends. Oh, yeah, okay. You know? Now, if I go, see, I have to go slow because my eyes are trying to get behind that balloon because I wasn't moving there for a while. Can I go faster? Yes. Did I show you yet? If you touch a balloon, let's see if we get out of the way of the trees here. If you touch any of the balloons, or actually any of the vehicle here, this comes up. I can go slow and fast. Okay. So the fast part, and I'm up above that, but the fast part would be, now we're in fast mode. It goes a little quicker. That's really as fast as it goes right there on our street. You can kind of tell what's going on, right? And we can go anywhere we want. Page up, page down. Turn left, let your eyes float behind, right? That water is, by the way, phantom. So that shouldn't hurt here. Just got to get low enough. Now I can actually go in closer so I can see what's going on. Does it drop a little bit? It looks like it's starting to drop a little bit. Normally it doesn't. Could be in my eyes. But keep track of that, how that works for you. Your eyes are leveling left and right and up and down. So if you go up and down a lot, you're going to get that same motion of it trying to get behind you. And you still can use your button on your mouse to come close or behind. Same thing with it, though. You don't want to do too much of that. So all of the controls stay good with you. People do have a hard time with the balloon because they don't have the patience. All the balloons are the same, and when they stop working, grab another balloon, and if I need to recycle it, I'll know if any balloons are in the air, anywhere, just leave it in the air, fly somewhere to find a balloon. Right now, they're all cycled, good. Remember, it's trying to find my eyes, so if I was actually looking, I'd want to be a little closer so I can see where I'm at. Land on top of Big Blue, huh? How close I am to that. Let's go up a little bit just to make sure. There, see, my eyes might look like it's moving around, but there you go. I even have up here, and hopefully I have them done. Little Jetsons, right? Let's look down here. Look at this. Like the Jetson mobile. Look at, I got 6 people that can ride around in that. Just like our balloon. Right? Make it happen and do different things. Took me a while to kind of figure them out. Looking through the glass. Have people sit down. Okay. Dance floors on all the houses out here. They share that dance. These 2 share that dance ball, and the other 2 homes over here, see how it's following. The other 2 homes over here share that dance ball. The school, showed you yesterday a little bit about the desks, brand new, and just kind of them programmed up. TV on every desk, and all the TVs, you can put an address into YouTube to change it. Your teacher might have it already arranged for you changed them all for you. Or it might be just going to give you an address to go to. Right now, they're all set for GMinteractive.com. You can actually watch our show on there. Go into our school to watch our show. Crazy stuff. Eastgate, a little over halfway on the show here. Remember, the talk show is actually set up so we can talk to each other and learn new friends. And for some reason, maybe they're just getting interesting or interested, right, into our capabilities on what happens on Breathe Resort. And they wanted to listen for a while. That's okay too, right? You can make that happen. We ride horses here. I think I went through with a horse, right? All this stuff is horses too, and they don't mind the water. There's a ridge around the shoreline where you can ride your horses to keep the horses cooled down. Let me see if I can go up to this observation deck. This one here, behind the TV, behind that movie theater, right? And I think I'm high enough. There you go. I'm high enough. It's a little runway if you're running a helicopter. I think we actually did the helicopter too. In fact, I'm up a little too high. See how I had to get my eyes behind it? So you are flying. It's gentle, but you can do it. Dance floor. There's a dance ball up here too. Looking into the sunset. Got to be moving to get my eyes to follow it, right? Oh, see, I hit the fence. So if I go up and forward, that's west, sunset. Left, yeah, forward. There's a dance ball. Kind of making it happen, guys. Little stories. I guess this is my story each day until we get some friends going. Gives you an idea. See the two down almost straight underneath me? Those two fire pits where we can talk. And that sand in the middle here is where the landing point of fire pit link. Although, let's go looking around for fire pits. The tent area. There's a fire pit over here on the ground. Some of that is lighting. Stairway lighting. There's another fire pit. Down right in here. There's a fire pit. Okay, let's see. Where was another fire pit? Did you know that you can bring your anything that you wanted to test out in a bigger area? Fly in an airplane, for instance, or something, and you weren't used to, or maybe you don't have a lot of land to do that on. You could fly it yourself over the water, but in here with no borders, if I go far enough out here, my lights will show up, right? I got lighthouse. See on the left there, that lighthouse, that's the top, would be northwest corner of my land. 4 sims up is that light right there. And I'm going to have to travel now to get up. Get out to my over here. It will show up in front of me here sooner or later. And those are just borders of Breathe Resort. So you can fly in this whole area with a jet or something. Airplane. I like helicopters. I'm still pretty close here because I was not pushing a button to move out. I got to keep it moving. I think this is kind of where I started. Yeah, see that one on the right there? That's one, but there's still one out here. There it is. That's my northeast corner. I think there's, let's see, northeast corner. So if I go this way and close to this border out here, I think there's a Coast Guard boat out here. Let me see how close it really is when it lights up when I'm in the air, in the water here, going forward. I'll go, oh, there it is to the right. Okay. See that lone wolf is fixing that up so it can go everywhere. There, I just went out of my area. Going to float around over here looking at the Coast Guard boat. Turn them off. Oh, it's still registering. Let's see. There we go. It's the register. So let's go down. And remember this, it's almost like TPing over here. So now it has to kind of get used to flying around. Here, let's go slower, right? Slow down. See how my, oh, it hasn't picked up on me yet. It's not used to having a balloon flying around. It's like, well, I got to res myself. But that's how that works, right? There's the Coast Guard boat off the north side, almost northeast. Far enough to I can't even see my, let's look on the map. Mini map will show me. So I know I have to go south. That's this way here. I know that I have to go south right there to get to my land. Here it is right here. And that's the top corner, I believe. Yeah, there's my map's just now populating. So maybe I'm using memory up on my computer, so it could be on my end. But that green dot, I'm on Breed Resort. You can also look at the address there. It says, thanks for exploring the water at Breed Resort. Up here's the address. Gives you an idea, right? This is my map. I'm sitting right here looking that direction and see how that is working. I'm moving really slow. Touch a balloon to get these up. Let's go quicker. I don't need my map anymore, or my mini map, right? There's our water. So you can land your plane anywhere out here. I have mine set up, my sunset or my day timer for my eyes. I have the clock stopped. So you're always going to get this picture for me, but most of the time that's not set up that way for you. and therefore that sun will change during the day. About every 4 hours is a day, unless you change how you want. Okay, so this right here, we drove right by it. But this right here would be if you wanted to put your plane in here, float it over, put it anywhere in the grass or the land. That's how that is right there. At my new, this new build. Somewhere in here, I'll put an airport if you're not flying a seaplane. There's actually enough room to land right there. But look at that. I have to back it up and keep it backed up to stop it. So my plane got a little misconstrued somehow. I think in fast mode. So I go like this, slow-mo. But 15 more minutes. And I do have, again, I'm trying to sneak these shows in to make sure that you know that I'm going to be here on time. And I'm rearranging a lot of my stuff that, at least for the last 12 days, right? That's under 2 weeks. And so I can actually have this show be prioritized at an exact time and not change that around. But we're going to have to see how that works. If I don't have people showing up, I'll bring a bunch in and then just make sure that you like. The only way that this is going to, let's see if I can fit down in here, right? There you go. Yeah, see, I can't slow it down. That's different. So what we'll do is oh, there, see, I just have to have more patience myself. Going outside and around that boat on a different server and then coming back over here, it's acting a little different right now. And it's not slowing down for me. See my arrow down there on the bottom left, right? That's me. I'm pushing my keyboard, but that's showing you what I'm pushing my down arrow to stop it. It's not slowing down. So that's gonna be hard to land. I'm gonna go through here, I hope. Yeah. Trying to work my way back to Loon Island. Even with a broken ship, I'll show you all that what I have to do because you're looking at mine, right? I should be above that and not get in trouble there. It's the island, the other island right here. All the balloons. So if I stand, because I didn't land it right. I take this thing here and I go into edit. For you guys that actually have one of these at home, you go into edit, you go into the comment area right here, the content area, okay? And then you have reset the scripts like that. and it will go through, reset them, close them up, and I went down under the water, but I know that I can just click there, and now I'm sitting. Okay. And now my balloon is reset. So it's not like it's not everybody can just reset it, but I can stop now. Okay. So you'll be able to start and stop. And I land these things anywhere sand on Balloon Island, like this here, go down till it's on the ground, stand up, the plane turns off. Balloon. Flying it. And you notice it doesn't go all the way down because the blades, I didn't want to have you kind of argue with the controller to get it all back to par again. But all those balloons are available. Make it happen for you. Remember, you could go into fly mode. This right here is how I get into fly mode. Let me take the button off because it's only lasts 10 minutes now. But right here's fly mode right there. Okay. Go into fly mode. And I could fly around. Okay. Look at this. I can even jump on that balloon if I want. Okay. Well, that's our little tour here to give you an idea of what we have out here. And I've been going through a lot of different areas. You can jump right off of that. Go down here. Here's a horse. If you don't have a horse, okay, that's what they call a dream horse. And you add that, so you're not actually sitting on that horse, you're wearing the horse. So all of these little hot links, if I was sitting on my horse, all these links or all your links, it can TP right with you. That's actually how, if you had a dream horse and you wanted to ride it here on our property and you coming from another grid, just put the horse on before you leave your own grid. Just like wearing a shirt, you put it on. I add it because then I know that I'm not duplicating something I'm wearing out here. When I want to take that horse off, I can detach it. And therefore, when you land over here, you already are riding that horse. That's how the people can actually have a horse, their own, put it on before you leave, come on in. And maybe you have a hot link, not necessarily a home hot link, just a TP, assignment. You can come right from wherever you're at and come here. We let you TP in anywhere that you have that link. We have animals down here some people miss because up here, right, up here is our zoo. Well, our zoo kind of continues over here too. Okay, different arrangements. None of these are actually moving. I have some. I just get busy with shows like this. That's why we need help. We need help on the on Breathe Resort. So if you're that type of person, you don't have a home, for instance, you just, you like to do dances during the day or nighttime or mornings, whenever you dance. and you have some free time, because you can still work over here without having actual hours, but just one that has the capability of, and we sit down and actually talk to you about where everything's at, what you can do for us. You tell us, and we'll help you understand what's going on, maybe a little more than you do now. And we make that happen for you, right? Bridge, walk into house number 1. That's called staff number 1. We have 5 of them. Yeah, there are 4 others that you haven't seen yet. Well, you've seen number 2, because that's where I have my house. But anyway, the casino, this is already a casino, but I took the machines out when we had troubles hooking them up to the money. Back when there was money troubles, right? But the machines go right in front of those stools. So there's 3, 6, 9, 10. 10 machines that are in here. Chairs are usually movable. Let's see here. Yeah, that's even a chair you can copy. But you can move that chair. That's why we put that out there. If you can move it to sit behind somebody that's gambling and you want to see what's going on. A lot of times, if it's not busy in here, just sit on the stool next to it. That does not start the gambling up, actually starts on the machine itself. This is just a place to sit in front so you're not roaming around and get a good view. Okay. 5 more minutes. Look at this. This is a greedy table. You're sitting on the wagon wheels. That's a different one than the rest of them. I think there's one more of them over by Tai Chi area. There's a horse. That's a different horse. That's not a dream horse there. That one's called a beach horse. Beach horse right there. And remember, there are places for them to walk on all around the edges here. Now, and down inside, all of this is that way. Skip that thought. Keeping the lawn watered over here. Different things that are happening all the time. The boats. This used to be the house where all the staff would actually be here. And so I set this all up to have our quick boats or whatever. These boats are workable too. I guess there's a private boat over here, but he says you can use it. This right here. Right? I helped him put fishing on this boat. So all 4 of these people right here on this set, all these chairs fish. And right here's where you get your pole. I only have 2 on mine. And this one here, I have 2 on that too. See, I was going to. But anyway, right here's where you get your pole. And these guys are right here. And the actual, if you're fishing, you want to use this ball behind. But if you're just sitting, you can sit up here. Okay, now my height If I was at 0, it'd be much better. Okay. That's how that is anyway. Okay. And of course they'll go out. And ride around in the boat. We have about 3 more minutes. Let's go ahead and make this just a tad under an hour. And we will talk to you not tomorrow, remember, at my message at the beginning of this video. We are set up to, in fact, look at Jacob just arrived here. So I'm just ending the show. He's probably listening to the show, but didn't come in today. That's okay. Jacob was the one I was helping out earlier, and we got his avatar all set up. And about 3 days ago, you'll see video. Well, actually, you won't see video of after we get his avatar set up because we did that after the show. But we went out and went surfing, so he might be out here surfing, doing his thing. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and end the show. Get around here. My name is GMinteractive. GM stands for the George Miller. And what you've been listening to is Let's Talk About It. It's not set up for me to come in here and talk about Breathe Resort all the time. In fact, after the show gets going, you're going, Breathe Resort, what's that? Right? But I've had some extra time to talk to you about it because we haven't had any visitors yet. I'll get them in here. We'll make it happen. If you're listening on YouTube, like it. If we had just one person out there just liking it, meaning that you're on the show, you're actually listening to it. They don't pay attention to you, just listen to it. They're smart enough to say, oh, they want you to push buttons. So, but if you like it, then it gets advertised. And if you're following, Let's Talk About It, then you'll get a message on it. So that's another way, at least for you to have that. So if you're following us at YouTube, then it also gets advertised just a little bit more so other people get it. But that's how that works. My name is George Miller, GMinteractive resident. And we thank everybody for coming by, listening to Let's Talk About It. Tomorrow's show, we're not going to have it here. Jacob just left, so Jacob's not, in other words, he's telling me everything is okay. Don't need to worry about what's going on. Which game is this? Oh, I have creation. I just now reading your notes here, 10:52. So you just came on maybe 10 minutes ago. It's not a game. It's real life stuff here. It's not Second Life, but we use the Second Life program. We're into OpenSim with Second Life program. Okay. That's the answer to your questions. Here's this question, folks. Which game is this? You just came on at, you don't see the time frame there, 10:52. So right towards the end of the show here. That's okay. If you go to creation, if you're listening, right? If you go to GMinteractive, let's see if I can get that on here for you. GMinteractive.com. And on that website, at the very beginning of the website, you're going to see a yellow TV. Underneath that yellow TV is a blue button. where you can come on in and talk to us. It's just a video chat. So you're coming in as a normal person, and I'm in my seat in there. I have my avatar. Down the road, yeah, there you go. Oh, that's Jacob back. Okay, so Jacob's back local. And that's okay. I ended the show already, but still use that blue button if you want, and you're just not going to be on the air. You can do that, right? On the comments. You can do that if you want. You can comment if you want, and I'll take you through it. But right now, I'm going to turn this off. But the studio that you come in with that blue button, there'll be people here for you for a little bit. With that, we'll say thanks, guys, for making this happen. Name of the show is Let's Talk About It. And we will talk to you tomorrow, is what I normally would say, right? Tomorrow happens to be an odd day for me. I'm having an appointment. So I'm missing tomorrow, but the following day, would say, right? Everything. I don't know how I got that back. Crazy stuff. We're out of here. We'll talk to you later. Bye.